Hello and welcome to Audio Quick Tips. My name's Lee Woodward. Today's topic is closing for the appointment, and we're going to be speaking with John McGrath on what he did as a salesperson in that time to create the environment that gives you the opportunity to close the appointment. Let's cross to John. Let's go specifically now for our listeners into some closing. The first one is closing for the appointment. John, if you were out with me today as a buyer and you know I have something to sell, what would be a closing question you would ask to get my appointment?
So one of the things that I do, Lee, is early in the piece, I'll get as much information about your property. So he's saying, Lee, just give me a sense of the home you're at the moment. What's a ballpark figure? Because one of the things I like to get is your view on your own value. So I'll get some general information up front. And then I just develop language that makes the buyer feel comfortable. It'll be something like, Lee, one of the things, I guess, the home that we've just seen, and it seems to appeal to you, you've told me that you're going to have to you're going to look at selling your home. Could I pop over there a bit later on today just to check that the value that you've estimated to me is a realistic one to make sure that we can make the transaction proceed? And so it's really getting their permission to have you, I use words like pop over for a chat, drop by, little things like that, rather than, I'd like the opportunity to come over and list your property, which is going to...
heavy.
It's going to intimidate a lot of people. So, would you mind if I pop by after this appointment, or if I drop by tomorrow morning, we have a cup of tea, we just have a look around the home, and I'll check that your thinking on value, I guess, is in accordance with my historical data analysis, something like that. So I think use language, certainly in the early phases of a relationship build, that are non-confrontational. I certainly, as the relationship builds and I get closer to what I would suggest is the right time to start the final closing, is get very much more direct with my language, but I'll start gently just to make them feel at ease.
I was the same. I never would say to people, would you like an appraisal or like to know the value of your home? Because I think people see so much of that in their mailbox that it's natural to say no. And I would make it more conversational and say, John, I can't do it today, but at some stage in the future, would you like me to give you a neutral opinion on price? And people say, oh, yeah, that'll be fine. And they're saying yes to no today. So it's a bit of a reverse close. That concludes this audio quick tip. I'd like to thank you for your listening, and I look forward to the possibility of seeing you see our full system at the Complete Salesperson course. I'm Lee Woodward. Goodbye.